certainly not a quiet night here at the beach. There's a lot of people, and the water has really come up and formed a tide pool, so a lot of the beach is not even a beach where you can sit. It's just water, which is kind of cool. Not right here in this very area where I'm walking, but most of the way that I've been walking. And I don't know, I enjoy so much how it changes from day to day. It's like a different kind of beauty every single day. And not that I'm here every day, but every day that I come. And there was a time in my life I did go to the beach every day. But so majestic, so wonderful and beautiful. And I'm taking it in as God's love for me in all his different ways of expressing to me and ways that he's showing me to express love. I think that because we're all so unique and have such different personalities, that we all need to know God in different ways and his love in different ways that truly meet our deepest desires and needs. And it just fills me over and over again. And there are these times where it feels dry. There are times where it feels kind of mundane, where I don't know if they're times of rest or if they're times of complacency. Sometimes it could be either one. It could be one or the other, or something else. I might be in the press where it's just squeeze, or sometimes it's just kind of dark, but he always sets a table in the valley in the presence of my enemies. He sets a table, banqueting table, so there's always he's always there to meet my needs, which is pretty awesome. So this beach walk is really nice. I feel like I'm kind of in a weird place right now, though. I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit on the edge of feeling just grief, sorrow. I'm really heartbroken about things that I see and pick up on in our culture, in our world, in my friends, the darkness, the fear, the hate that really, really, probably fear is more alarming to me than hate, because I think hate sometimes is just coming from a place of anxiety and fear. If the fear could be remedied with peace and hope, I think that takes away so much of that tendency to want to hate and despise. It's like when you have peace in your life and you have a sense of hope, then you don't have to go to this negative place where you just want to lash out, where you want to criticize and judge. It's almost like you have more grace when you're experiencing that grace of having peace, having just a sense of well-being. I think that's the favor of God, and we don't deserve it, but he loves us so much. He wants to give it to us. He's already given it to us. I think I see a lot of people really turned off. They're turned off about God. They're turned off about what they think is a Christian. And a lot of times, rightly so, I do believe that God is bringing a new awakening to Christians, new awakening to people who truly love Him and are seeking Him and want to know what He's saying, want to know what He's looking for in our hearts. And He's changing us, and He's bringing us to a place of repentance and just crying out because we've offended Him and we've offended His purpose to love everyone, others, to truly grab each one, no matter where they are, and hold them close to our heart, no matter what they're doing, no matter what we think, not to judge, but to embrace and love. And we've done a really shitty job. And I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry where I have personally fallen short in this way. Even in my efforts and desire and attempt to not offend God and offend His purposes. Sometimes I still do, because I'm imperfect. But I want, on behalf of those who don't have the humility to say that, to say I'm sorry for that as well, because it's doing so much damage, not only to people who have no intention right now of acknowledging God, but it's doing damage to the people in the church as well, and to the people who did once at one time feel compelled to know God, and Jesus met them, and they had an experience, but then they looked around and it wasn't real to them, because the people they were looking at were not walking in what they experienced, and and they've left the faith, and I'm sorry for them, because there is a truer way, and what they experienced was not it. So hopefully that will turn around. Hopefully that will change drastically in these coming days, weeks, months. An impact so profound on the people whose hearts are truly towards God, that His love begins to be expressed the way He's wanted it to, the way that He's intended it to be expressed through us. That's what I want to see happen. That's my heart.